Invitation. If you are a dreamer, come in. If you are a dreamer, a wisher, a liar, a hoper, a prayer, a magic bean buyer, if you're a pretender, come sit by my fire. For we have some flax golden tales to spin. Come in, come in. This is the first page to Shel Silverstein's Where the Sidewalk Ends. Now, I am well aware that this is a children's book, but it is a poetry book, and it is one of the books that first introduced me to poetry as a child. I remember reading all of these poems with my parents before bedtime. There are so many. When I would have to read them on my own, I would obviously pick the shortest ones. But when my parents would read me the longer poems, I was very, very happy. Um, I feel like when we talk about books to read, we're always talking about chapter books, but we don't really talk about different poetry books that we might be interested in. And reading poetry books is also reading. So I wanted to give you an example of a poetry book that would be something that you might want to pick up and read. And Shel Silverstein, I remember we've got Where the Sidewalk Ends. I've read A Light in the Attic. What are the other ones? There's a couple more. You can always look them up if you were interested in that. And I know that in my LA11 Lit class, we talked about poetry already this semester, and we talked about Emily Dickinson. After showing some of the poetry that she's written, I've seen it in social media many times, and it's made me want to pick up an Emily Dickinson poetry book. So don't be afraid to jump into any kind of poetry that you want to read, and actually starting small like that in short snippets might get your spark for reading. It might light that spark. It might make you want to read even more, and you could take little baby steps to reading the bigger novels. So Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein, that is our first page Friday. Have a great day.